Hello, everybody. Welcome to the seventh episode of Sonoran Sports Cards. Today we are going to run through the three big sports in the United States. Right? We got a little bit of football, a little bit of basketball, and a little bit of
Yes, sir.
baseball. Give you the big news on what's happening in each of those, and then as far as cards are concerned, we are going to be doing a like kind of a pack versus a break, right? Like what is the better use of your money? Like opening packs on your own or buying into breaks online. And to do that, we will be using Topps 2022 Series 1 baseball. So to start us off, Mikey's going to be talking about football news. So Mikey,
Yes,
what do you
sir.
got?
All right. So, with the NFL free agency coming up here shortly on the 16th of March at 4 p.m. Eastern Time is when it opens officially. That's probably when we'll see a lot of trades happen. It's probably at that time because I'm sure they already have some lined up. But one thing I mainly wanted to talk about, because I mean I didn't really know about it until I looked into it, was what's going on with Deshaun Watson. Because I feel like as long as he is able to clear all the legal stuff going on with him, I think he's definitely going to be probably the most sought after or value free agent, right? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, unless some crazy thing happens with like Kyler Murray or something
yeah.
like that, yeah, it's got to be Deshaun
So
Watson
he
for
got
sure.
approved, I guess, to be deposed, which is to give his testimony in his defense on 9 of the 22 civil cases. They got that, yeah,
That number, oh
and they got
boy.
that scheduled for sometime after April 1st. Um, but I guess they think that the DA is going to be deciding before April 1st, or at least by April 1st, whether or not he's going to be criminally charged. Now, if he gets criminally charged, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see him not get traded at all, because obviously his entire value is going to drop because he has criminal
Yeah, I don't
charges.
know. I mean, 22
Yeah,
accounts of rape, right?
yeah,
I mean, that would.
sexual assault.
I don't think
Okay.
you're. I mean, I hope you never play again.
Yeah,
Like, I hope that's what the
and
NFL
and
sets.
but if the DA doesn't decide by then, but I guess they have like strong insider info that he's going to be doing that. Unless he's settled with all 22 cases, though, I guess there's a pre-trial scheduled for early May, so it might still be a while before if the DA doesn't decide on anything. I don't think we're going to see anything for a while. But if the DA does decide to not criminally charge him, Watson, even while all this is going on, he can still be traded. So we might still see a trade happen if the criminal charges drop. But I guess we'll see where that goes. That's kind of still in the air at this time. Uh,
Yeah, I feel like with Deshaun, it's crazy because like I don't feel like at least I don't remember that we've ever seen something like this because Deshaun Watson, he's still really young, and when he was playing was like what like top three quarterback as far as like
oh,
prospect for
easily.
future, like right behind Patrick Mahomes. I think he was number
Oh,
two, like for people that you would want to
yep.
have on your
One and two.
team. And then this comes out, so like obviously, like there's what 31 other teams that wouldn't mind having, or like maybe with Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, maybe there's like 28, 29 other teams that would love having Deshaun Watson on their
Well,
team,
because there
but
was the
obviously there's all this crap
there
too.
was the thing going on back in November with the Dolphins. The Dolphins basically already had a trade lined up to trade Tua to the Texans, and they would get Deshaun, obviously, and give them some like a first round pick or two first round picks or
And that
something.
was after they already knew all this
Yeah,
stuff. Like that's still that high of a
yeah.
demand after all
And
this.
that I'm assuming got dropped because they just haven't made any progress legally because the Dolphins wanted to guarantee that he was fine legally first, of course. So yeah,
Hmm.
so that's it for Sean Watson, really. The other thing I wanted to mention and kind of bring up was the Calvin Ridley suspension. Did you see that today?
Yeah, you walked me through it,
Yeah.
but yeah, I heard about it like just like I read a little article title, and that was it. I didn't really look into it all that
Yeah, he
much.
got so far he's suspended for at least a year for betting on games while he was out on a 5 day off thing for a non-football related injury, and I think someone said something that has something to do with mental health. Uh,
Yeah, just taking
but
a
yeah,
break
and I guess
away
he
from.
wasn't allowed to be watching football games at the time, so he was bored and he just bet $1,500, and now he's suspended for over a year.
Dude, what is this? Like,
Picture a world where you're
yeah,
Tyreek
right.
Hill and you just beat your kids. You just beat them,
Yeah.
and then someone else bets $1,500 on a game that they're not even involved in, and they get banned for a year.
Yeah, so what do we know about the NFL now? We know that gambling, they care about. We know that smoking weed, they care about. And we know that domestic violence towards your spouse or kid, they care about less, which is just awful.
Uh,
Like, yeah, I know I'm like laughing, but it's like an uncomfortable laughter.
Big
Like,
Big
it's
Ben.
like, yeah, I know, right? Like, there's so much going wrong with the NFL, and we're gonna suspend a dude over a year for betting $1,500, which is honestly like if you or I went to like a casino and bet like
Yeah,
$5, like
maybe
that's the
maybe
equivalent
maybe
of it,
even
you know?
less. Like,
Yeah. It's like we go out and we put $5 down that whatever local team we have is gonna win, and then we get suspended for a year. Like that's so stupid. Um, I don't know, but that's across all sports, like sports and gambling for some reason. Like I get it. Like if you were betting on games you were playing in and there was like clear evidence that he wasn't playing up to his standard of play and he benefited from that, sure, but he was betting during a time when he couldn't even play football, you know? Like that's I don't know. That's
yeah, I
just
think it's
stupid
ridiculous,
to
and
me.
I hope it gets reversed in some way because I think that's a little extreme. Maybe like a 3 or 5 game suspension, like sure, whatever. But
Yeah, still seems crazy to me, but obviously that would be better than a full year. But
um, and then only other thing I wanted to mention for the NFL is something a little small. The salary cap got raised by 26 million this year, and it got decreased the previous year. So I think that's gonna drastically change a lot of the free agency moves, obviously, because now some teams can actually afford some players. So we'll see.
yeah, or teams that were gonna have to like get rid of some of their stars, cough cough, LA Rams are just gonna be able to keep
Yeah.
them, or I mean even the Niners, the team that we support, is gonna benefit.
Oh yeah.
Every team's gonna benefit from a salary cap like that, unless you're terrible. Then like you're benefiting from it is means you're gonna be able to overplay more players, I guess, like overpay
Yeah.
them more
To
more
get
people.
to try to pull the best players for your team.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, I think that's about it for soccer. I guess we can move on over to the or for soccer for football.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if we've ever talked about soccer, Michael.
We'll move on to the NBA. I know you wanted to go over your top 5 picks for the MVP finalist.
Yeah, that's a part of the season we're at now, right? Like everybody's jockeying for playoff position, and we've already gone over like the standings. I would say the biggest change in standings right now is the Warriors are kind of slipping, and the Grizzlies, shout out to Jaw, are just kind of like taking that second spot. But yeah, I thought right now it'd be really cool to like go over the MVPs. Now, right, there's if we talk about the card aspect of it, you're not going to be able to buy any of these guys on the cheap, but an MVP will mean a lot to some of their card values, and some of them they've already won MVPs, you know, so it won't do that much. My top five, I'll start with five and work up to one, you know. Shout out to anticipation, I guess. I got DeMar DeRozan at five, plays for the Chicago Bulls. If you live under a rock, he signed there this last offseason. Ja Morant is my fourth pick. I love that guy. Oh my God. Like, you've seen him just absolutely exploding
John
lately?
Morant, yeah, dude. All
Yeah.
I've been seeing is just posts about how well he's playing. That's all. Just
Yeah, and
highlights and
like,
just a bunch of stuff, man. He is going off.
it's like, yeah, the
Well, I
highlight
think he
aspect of
recently
it.
hit like an for someone as young as him, average points in a season. I think he's like top 5 in history at his age, right? He was like up there. He was
Yeah,
like point 0.5 off of Kobe's youngest highest point average or whatever.
he's crazy
Yeah,
young, man. He's only
yeah,
22 still, and he's just popping off like this. So I have Jaw at four, and then we're in this really weird spot in the NBA where the three players that I think are the playing the best in the NBA right now are all not Americans, which is kind of crazy. I know like four and five were, but usually we think of the NBA as a U.S. sport, but right now we're getting to the point where there's a whole lot of really good players from outside the U.S. To mix in with all of our great U.S.
yeah.
players. So at three, I have Joel Embiid. He's on the 76ers. He's from Cameroon in Africa. If you don't know where he's from. Then we got Giannis at two, and Giannis is from
Yep.
Greece. He's on the Milwaukee Bucks. And then we got the Joker, Nikola Jokic, is who I think is playing the best in the NBA. So I wanted to run through their stats a little bit first. So we'll stick with, I guess, the Joker because
Now,
that's
if I'm
where we're
not
at right now.
mistaken, the Joker didn't he win MVP last year? He
Yeah,
did,
I
right?
think so. I know he has one on his record, and I know Giannis has a couple.
Yeah, I
So
think
yeah,
Joker won last year, if I remember correctly.
yeah, he did. The Joker did. Yep. Um, so Nikola Jokic right now is posting 25.8 points per game. Field goal percentage of 57.1. His 3-point percentage doesn't really matter. He's not cranking shots. Rebounds 13.8, assists 8.0, steals 1.4, and blocks zero point 0.8. So the dude is literally just doing it all, and he's just like dragging the Nuggets to the playoffs because they don't have their second or their third best player, right? Jamal Murray's been out the whole season. Michael Porter Jr. has been injured on and off. Seems like the whole time he's been in the NBA. And he's injured again right now. But the Joker is posting insane numbers. He's like practically averaging a triple double. The points and rebounds, though, 25.8 and 13.8. That's just crazy to me. So big shout out to the Joker. He's slimmed down a little, a decent amount recently. He's still a big dude. But he's always going to be a big dude. He's a big guy from Serbia. All right, they're just big over there. And he's like 6'11", 284, but um, he's in great playing shape now, and he's amazing to watch, man. His passing is crazy for somebody
Yeah,
that big.
he's doing God's work over there, man.
He really
Fort,
is. And then
that's
right,
crazy.
and then we switch over to Giannis, and Giannis points are a little bit higher than the Joker's. He's at 29.2 points per game, so almost at 30 points, which big improvement for somebody whose biggest knock against him was he couldn't score the basketball when he came out of the league. So, big shout out. But I guess for somebody like Giannis, that improvements have always been what he's done. Like him and Kawhi, I feel like are the two players that I think of when I think of like getting to the NBA and then continuing to improve their game. Him and Kawhi
Yeah.
are crazy like that. But Giannis is only 27, but he's been in the NBA for what is this? His ninth season, eighth or ninth season. He came to the NBA when he was like 17. So he's had a lot of growing to do, and he has grown a
Nine.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got 29.2 points per game, 11.6 rebounds, so again a double double there. 6 assists, so those assists are a decent amount lower than Joker's. One steal though, and 1.4 blocks. So he's doing everything, right? He's passing the ball, he's scoring the ball, getting boards, and then playing great defense too. So I mean, I think Giannis is just the best player in the NBA, period, at this point. But then we got Joel Embiid, who I said was three. He's got 29.5 points per game. So literally knocking on the door of
Yeah, I knew
30.
Embiid was performing well, but I didn't realize he was performing this well until I'm looking at the stats right now, man. He has been,
Yeah, and like he just got I think he just got James Harden
yeah,
too, right? Like so that's and you're like, "Oh, he just got James Harden." So he's not going to perform that well. Well, the 3 games since the All-Star break, he's gotten 42 points, 19 and then 40. So
yeah.
he's doing pretty
Him and
damn
Harden
good.
have been actually working together really well since the day he arrived.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, when you have a James Harden that wants to play basketball, you have a damn good player to put alongside of whoever else you got. But that's the thing with James. You don't know how long that's
yeah,
gonna last.
so he gets bored.
Um, yeah, rebounds, Embiid's at 11.2, assists 4.4, but he's a big man, so we're not really worried about assists from him. Steals 1.1 and blocks 1.4. I say that thing about the assists, but we remember the Joker who's posted insane assist numbers too. But that's just how crazy special Nikola Jokic is. And then we got Jaw, who is 27.6 points per game, which is up a lot because I think when we went over Jaw as far as like all-star spots a couple weeks ago, he was only at like
Yeah,
24.6. So to raise your average to 27.6 in the course of a couple weeks means you're going insane,
which
for
is what he's
sure,
been
which
doing.
I'm looking at these past 10 games and I'm seeing a game in there with 38 points, 52 points, 46 points, 44 points. Yeah, so he's scoring a lot. He's got 5.8 rebounds per game, 6.6 assists per game, 1.2 steals per game, and zero point 0.4 blocks. And the guy is just a walking highlight reel. If somebody asked me, like, I only have time to watch one player uh in the NBA, I'm gonna say go watch Jaw because he's
he's
just
really fun
wild.
to watch. He's
Yeah,
super athletic.
bouncing
Yeah.
all over the place. Yeah, super athletic, really bouncy. And then we got DeMar DeRozan, who I would say is like the biggest surprise. Like I knew DeMar was good. I knew people underappreciated DeMar. I always liked DeMar, but I didn't think he was top five MVP um, choice up till this season. But you can't deny the guy at this point. Since he's got with the Chicago Bulls, he has just been amazing. He's averaging 28.1 points per game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, about 1 steal, and then point 0.3 blocks. So he's all these guys
He
are
isn't
25 plus points per game. Like his stats aren't quite as great as the other ones, but I just think like the surprise factor, right? He's on a team that nobody would have picked to be are they what are they first in the East now? Second in the East?
the
So
Bulls. I believe they
yeah.
are second.
Yeah. I mean, they're doing crazy. I might be wrong there. I feel like it's either the
Oh
Heat
no,
or
the Bulls are
them,
down to
but
fourth now. Actually, I'm sorry.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
now that
Well,
you're
I mean,
remind me,
it's
I think
like
their
a
last 10 games have not been that great.
it's so base in second through fifth.
Yeah,
It's
they're all tied, right? They're all like within one game.
39 wins, 40 wins, 39 wins, 39 wins, and the Heat are up 4 games right now in first.
Oh, well,
Yes,
that's
sir.
big. That's
Yes,
big for your team.
sir.
And then yeah, so that's my top 5 and I would what's funny is you're not seeing I would say that the two best teams in basketball are like the Suns and the Heat probably. We didn't name any of them, but when you have a team that's like those teams where
It's put it pulled
um
together well.
so
Yeah.
balanced or at least there's in the Suns case there's like two stars. You got Chris Paul and Devin Booker. On the Heat you got Jimmy Butler and Kyle Lowry and Bam. Nobody's going to get an MVP out of that, which is kind of the cruel reality of it all. Like their teams are so good, they're just not going to win MVPs because like
Yeah.
their stats don't look amazing. Like no one person stats look amazing. If we look at all these people, um, the only person that this isn't the case for, I guess, would be Demar. But they're all heliocentric players, right? They're all surrounded by a bunch of I hate the word role players because I feel like that's demeaning, but they're surrounded by a bunch of people that are suited for
Yeah.
them, right? That they can pass to and score off of. So their
Definitely.
numbers are crazy. DeMar has Zach LaVine, so he has another star next to him, and then Joel Embiid just got James Harden, so I will be
See
interested to
how that
see
plays out.
what that
Yeah.
looks like. But yeah, those 5 are amazing. Jaw you can definitely find for the cheapest, but those prices are kind of if you're looking at buying cards, those prices are kind of something that you should take with a grain of salt because his pop count is so much higher. Like people graded so many more of his cards, so yeah, you might be getting a PSA 10 Prism or whatever, but there's like 20,000 of those with John Morant, whereas some of these other people are in like the five or six hundreds because
Yeah.
they're older. So that you got to be careful. You're like, oh, I can get a jaw for this price compared to all these other guys. Well, yeah, that jaw means significantly less. So,
Right.
but but yeah, you're not gonna be able to find any of them cheap. But I would say that as far as whose prices do I think will get a bump if they actually win it? DeMar DeRozan, who's never won anything like that before. John Morant, who is super young and hasn't won an MVP before. Joel Embiid hasn't won an MVP before. So the people that haven't won MVPs, I think, will see a
Yeah,
nice
'cause I
bump.
feel
I
like
don't
people
think,
already expected it from the Joker and Giannis, so like I think their price is already kind
yeah,
of gonna be up to what it would boost
yeah,
it to.
they've already
Yeah.
got the MVP bump, right? Because they've already won
And
that, so they're
and it's
not
not
going to
like
see
their
that.
performance has declined, so their card value is still just gonna be staying up there where it was
And
with
yeah,
that
I mean,
bump.
freaking Giannis just won the NBA
Yeah.
Finals and was NBA Finals MVP too. So, yeah, I don't think his prices are going
Yeah. No.
anywhere. Yeah, so that's the NBA, and then the last big sport of the big three in the United States would be baseball. We haven't talked much baseball. We opened those baseball packs a couple of weeks ago, but that's about it. The big news in baseball right now is that there is no baseball. They're in the middle
Wah,
of a
wah.
lockout. Yeah, I know, right? They're in the middle of a lockout, and I just wanted to give people a quick rundown of why they're in a lockout.
Money.
But Yeah,
Money.
that's literally what I put on my notes. More money in big letters at the top. Like that's all it's about, right? Is more money. Um, so pretty much you got two sides. You got the owners, you got the players, and they each want their own things. The owners want more playoff games because that's how owners make their money is by having highly anticipated games like the playoffs and having more of them because the amount of people that tune into regular season baseball is not that much anymore because there's so many damn
Yeah,
games.
it's
When there's 162 regular season games, you tuning into one on Friday doesn't mean much. So, but in order to get their extended playoffs in, what they offered the players was instead of 162 games, Michael, 154, dude. 8 games off the
oh,
regular season. And they offered a universal DH too, so you no longer have the weird discrepancy in the National League versus the American League about whose pitcher gets a DH. But that's something for later talk.
DH being
What the
designated hitter,
players
right? Yeah.
designated
Okay.
hitter, yeah. Um, on the players' side of it, they also want a bigger piece of the pie because notoriously in baseball, the owners get an insane percentage of the
It's
money compared to
it's
the.
legit just like the players and the owners doing the meme where the guys like going at that with the money like this, like the this is them doing that back and forth to each other.
Yeah, and the owners are like, yeah, we don't care about you. So the players, what's nice is that most of their issues are centered around money for young people, which could be is actually a pretty big issue in the major leagues. So they want more protections for those younger players. One issue is that teams will like hold back a prospect until their first contract's up. They'll sign them to a new contract while they're still in minor league baseball, and then they will quickly promote them to major league baseball where they're still making the amount of money that they would in the minors. So I don't know how necessarily they would protect against that,
That's
but they want that
interesting.
protection.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want available free agencies for um, people that are like 29 and a half years or older because your first contract in baseball can be like insanely long and they want those shortened so that people can hit free agency earlier and get a nice big paycheck because the only people that get paid well in baseball are the superstars. Everybody else, it's not like the NBA where even you can ride the pine and get like 5 or 6 million.
Yeah.
Like if you're not a stud in baseball, you're not getting paid a lot. Obviously, you're getting paid more than we do, but that's different. Um,
It's not. It's not
and then
difficult.
the big thing, at least that I can think of, that they really want is they want those good young players to reach free agency faster and make their
Yeah.
money. Um, which I can't knock them for that. Um, so that's the whole crux of the lockout on either side. Um, Now, my friend David told us that some news got posted today, and he's right. So there's been some rule changes in baseball. They it hasn't really moved the lockout in either direction from what I've seen, but there has been some rule changes. So one thing they've done is they've banned shifts. Um, which a shift is when you have like a lefty hitter going up and you move your infield and your outfield all to the right side of the field because that's where lefties hit
Right.
mostly. And when I heard they banned shifts, I was like, how? And I'm from what I'm reading, it's only like extreme cases of the shift where like the third baseman is pretty much lined up as a shortstop. The shortstop is the second baseman, and the second baseman is in like shallow right field. Like, but like everybody shifts like a little bit, so I feel like that will still be okay. But it's just like the big shifts. They want to make the bases larger, which I could only imagine that
I
that's for
mean,
player safety, so that
that's
there's more room.
the only thing it could
There's
be.
more room for the runner and the baseman, I guess, would be the only idea there, and that's what I'm thinking. I haven't really looked into that one. And also implement a pitch clock, which just like please MLB. As someone who loves the sport of baseball but just can't stand to watch shit on a TV, like I was at a baseball game on Friday. I went to the U of A game against Texas State and I loved it. I love being at baseball games and experiencing it that way, but the TV experience on baseball is so long, man. It's so
Yeah.
long. And so the pitch clock would work a lot like a shot clock. Like you have 14 seconds to pitch the ball or whatever. I think 14 seconds is the proposed when there's no players on the base and 19 seconds when there's runners on is I
Okay.
think the idea. And those rules got accepted, so those aren't proposed rules. I know I said proposed, but they were proposed and they've been accepted. But we're not moving any closer to baseball season. So pretty much, if you want to watch baseball, all you got is the minor league baseball, which from the card side of it, like this is a card podcast as well as the I don't know, sports
Yeah.
show. Um, it's pretty big if you're into prospecting, like because the only people that'll be able to play are players that have never played in the majors before. So you'll get a good look at a lot of young talent that we may not have really paid attention to otherwise. And if you're looking to buy that young talent, you're like what we're opening today, Topps 2022 Series 1, not necessarily going to have it. It's going to have young players, but it's going to have young players that have made it to the majors. The best option you got is to buy like Bowman Draft, which we don't have any Bowman Draft. But maybe we'll get Bowman drafted in the future and we can open some of that. But that's the best
Possibility.
bet you got. Yeah, I think it's something that I'm definitely going to look into after this and see if we can pick some
Yeah,
up
for sure.
on the low. But yeah, I think we've run through all the
Sports stuff.
sports. So
So
now it's time for the packs. So before I switch cameras, I'll run it through real quick. We got the first thing that we're gonna break. Well, actually, we'll probably break this second. Yeah,
that would make
is
more
the
sense.
Topps 2020. Yeah, the Topps 2022 Series 1 blaster box. So inside of it, I think there's like a ton of cards if I remember right. Yeah, 14 card packs. So there's 7 packs with
Oof.
14 cards in
Okay.
them each. Plus one exclusive commemorative relic card. So that's gonna look like either a jersey card or like in baseball they give you like pieces of the bat or pieces of a seat even.
Interesting.
uh, yeah. And so Topps 2022 Series 1 Blaster, this thing will run you like $34. All right, so who knows what we can get in there. The other thing we're going to be looking at though is right, this just looks like a shipping package, which is exactly what it is. But I bought into a break for 2022 Top Series 1. So what does that look like? What's a break? We haven't really talked about what a break is. Well, in a break, what you're doing is there's a breaker who will be opening, let's say he's opening like 5 hobby boxes or whatever. That's a product that most people have a hard time committing to because hobby boxes can be pretty expensive, right? A hobby box for this Topps 2022 Series 1 is like $120, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you can buy one of them, but that's your whole budget for a month if you're my case, for the card
Right.
opening. But a break will allow you to get a spot in that opening. So like if that person's opening those 5 hobby boxes, you might buy the Marlins in a break and you'll get all of the cards from the Marlins that are pulled from that hobby box. So it's your access to higher quality content, right? Because as you go up the paywall, as you move up and you get to those hobby boxes, there's guaranteed autographs, there's all that kind of stuff. So you might get really lucky, but you also might not get anything, right? If they don't pull anything good from the Marlins, you've just spent whatever money. So this break, um, I paid $35 for. It was 2 hobby boxes, but I got 3 teams in it, right? It was a random team break, but you got 3 teams. So they just divided it up into 10 and gave you
Split
three
them up.
random
Yeah.
teams, pretty much 10 slots. I got the Marlins, Mariners, and Reds. And I don't know what's in here. I did open it. I opened it only so that I could be
Make sure that
sure
your
that
stuff's actually in there and you didn't get robbed.
yeah, that I had baseball cards and I wasn't gonna open up something
Just
I
some
bought.
KFC coupons that
Yeah,
you see
yeah.
in there.
Like, oh, look at it. I bought a pack of card sleeves. That's cool. That'll be good on the show. Um, but yeah, so they're both around. Like I said, the blaster was 34, the break was 35. So really, we're looking at what our best
Yes,
value
sir.
is.
That's what
And
we're always
Mikey's
doing.
eBaying skills are going to be put to the test right here. Where if we pull a good card, Mikey's going to have to figure out the price, and we'll keep a little running clock like
Let's get it.
of
All right.
value to see which one's better. Like I told Mikey, if we get just a normal rookie card, we'll just say it's a buck, unless it's a Wander Franco card. Then that's not a buck. That's like $6 or $7 or whatever for just a base Wander. But yeah, I mean
Let's
that's what
do
we're
it
gonna
up.
do. So let's do it up. All right. So let's start with the break again. I got the Marlins, Mariners, Reds. for 35 bucks. So usually the way a break works is the cards that are good, like that the breaker deemed like high quality, are like already sleeved or top loaded. So we'll probably get like 2 packs if I imagine. Let's see what we got in here. We got the base. Yeah, we got a bunch of base cards. And then yeah, we did get the stuff top loaded. So we'll save the top loaded stuff for after we look through that base and see if there's any good rookies in there. All right, so we got a Future Stars Logan Gilbert. So that's like a rookie insert. We got Jazz Chisholm. Nice. That's some Jazz. Maybe he did all the rookies and then the base is just beneath it. That's what it looks like. Jared Kelenic, rookie here. We got Trevor Rogers. What is that? Tops. What is that little medal there? All-star rookie. Oh, that's cool. Does that say rookie? Oh, so you can't even read it. Yeah, I think it does. Tyler Stevenson, Logan Gilbert, and then is this just all of our base cards? No, not quite. Yeah, it's a bunch of base cards. At this part, I think he just missed that one rookie card. Oh, there's a Future Stars. Let's set that aside. Oh, there's some rookies. Yep. So, I honestly don't know what this breaker did, but we'll just get all the
Yeah,
rookies we'll just get all the rookies separated first, and then we will run through the good cards because these are all worthless base cards, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, a bunch of. All right, we're getting that off camera. It's just a bunch of cards that don't have any value. Shout out to my friends' kids, Roland and Aiden. They will be getting those base cards. They like baseball, so I'll give those to them. So we got Jazz Chisholm, Brian De La Cruz. We got Jared Kelenic, Trevor Rogers, Logan Gilbert, Tyler Stevenson, Trevor Rogers again, Jared Kelenic again, Jazz Chisholm again, and Logan Gilbert. So we got how many rookies is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 rookies. So let's say they're like 50 cents each, right? All right, so that's $5 there. We'll say $5 for that. We're trying to keep a running total of what we got. All right, now we're gonna open. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. All right. That card's pretty cool. That card's pretty cool.
So what is this?
This would be what he considered the
Okay.
hits. All right, these are what he considered the good cards that are worth sleeving. So we'll look at the sleeve stuff first before the top-loaded stuff. The top-loaded stuff would be what he's saying is pretty valuable
Right,
sleeve
I got my
stuff.
eBay pulled up already too, so.
All right, we got Tyler Stevens. Tyler Steven. What? Why? Okay. Cal Rayleigh. Anthony Bender. So that's 3. Zach Thompson. Tony Santalon. Zach Thompson. Anthony Bender. Tony Santalon. A flashiest feet Jazz Chisholm insert. So it's like zoomed in on his cleats. That's kind of cool, I guess, if you're known for your cleats. Zach Pop, Cal Riley, and Mitch Haniger. So we got like 10 more rookies. So let's say we're at like 20 there. Or sorry, not 20, $10.
Would you get 20?
All right. Yeah. All right, so now we got top loaded, which it looks like are all numbered cards. It looks like what he top loaded. So that's cool. All right, we got Tony Santalin from the Cincinnati Reds. We got a rookie card of his numbered to 300 though. So why don't you check that out?
So Tony Santalin.
Yeah, from 2022 Top Series 1. And then just put like /300. That's usually how people list it on eBay. I don't envision it's going to be worth that much,
Let me see the
but
front again so I can kind of.
it's just a picture of him. Looks like he's ready to pitch.
I mean, there's like a blue parallel of that was sold for 225. I can't see any like out of 200 and out of two. I know
300.
it. This one's out of 190. I don't see any of the 300 ones to compare it to. This is probably the
Okay.
closest one to compare it to. It's going to be less valuable because the red foil board parallel numbered out of 199 of Tony Santolin sold for 460,
Uh,
and I imagine that's probably worth
like
more.
four
Yeah, $4
dollars.
and 60 cents. So that's probably worth more than that, right?
Yeah,
Easily.
yeah. I found one of this advanced stat variation. Is this an? Oh yeah, this is an advanced stat variation. That's why it's numbered to 300. So it's got like way more stats in here, and advanced stats because baseball is all about having the
Yeah.
crazy stats. They got like average fastball speed, average pitch speed, all that kind of stuff on here. Guy throws pretty fast. Average pitch speed or max pitch speed, sorry, 98. Average fastball 95. So yeah, we've got
And
some
how
good
much you
speed.
want to label that
So yeah,
as?
I mean let's say like
All right.
$3. All right. So we're at like $13 right here. And then this is kind of cool. See a Randy Johnson. That's cool. So this is out of in the hobby boxes and the jumbo boxes, you get like a silver sleeve that has these like Mojo variants. They're like 35th anniversary, so that's what you're gonna want
So
to type
type
in.
in
Mikey is
35th.
35th anniversary Randy Johnson. I don't think this one is numbered. No, it's not. So 35th anniversary Randy Johnson. The
I'm
big
really
unit.
not seeing that, to be honest. Like that one.
Randy.
Like one, like it's like
Uh,
$1 to $4, man.
yeah, I know. I
Uh,
don't. I don't imagine
Everything
it's.
I'm looking at is like $1 to $4.
Is that the Mojo or is that the one with the wood back? Because the wood back is the base for the 35th anniversaries. The Mojo is this like
I can't see any
shiny.
of the mojos. The wood back is it's sold for like $1.79, $3.49.
Yeah, so this should theoretically be a little bit more expensive than that, but like not
I
much.
mean, I'm seeing some other
Oh yeah.
mojos
Oh
that
yeah.
sold for like three or
I'm
four
seeing
too.
I'm seeing five I'm seeing $5 for this right now. Is what I'm seeing for this one.
How
So let's
come
say
it's?
$5.
Oh, I see
All
it up
right.
there, $5 there, February 16th. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Is that one?
Yeah,
This
that's
one?
that's the
Yeah, five
exact
bucks.
one. So
There's one that sold for $1 like a couple days ago, but it also had $5 shipping. So that's $6. We'll say $5. All right, so $18 right there total, and then we got this. We got a rookie card mojo. I mean, if this guy ever becomes anything, that's kind of cool. So let's do 35th anniversary Cal Rowley. I don't know if that's how you pronounce
how's
his
this
name.
thing? Looks like
What?
he's like dropping the bat there. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not seeing that one specifically as I scroll down, but
Yeah, right. This stuff came out pretty
yeah,
recently, so.
yeah, I'm not seeing this one. Even I scrolled pretty far down there.
Yeah, 35th anniversary Cal Rally
I'll
Mojo.
I
I'm seeing one that sold for like $3.
yeah,
So
I'll
three
say three
bucks.
bucks. That's fine. So was that 21?
Now we're at I think 18,
Well,
right? Or
I
were
thought
we at
I
18
thought
already? Oh,
yeah,
we
I was
were
gonna
at
say we
18
were at
already. Yeah,
18.
so
Yeah.
21.
So
So 21. But this last card I am super stoked about. I saw it on the front because it's not even just a mojo, it's a blue mojo. And it's quite possibly the most important player in the whole hobby. Everybody loves Ken Griffey Jr., and the hobby is built off of 40-year-old men that collect cards, and Ken Griffey was like the thing when they were kids, so I can only imagine that this one might actually be worth something. Let's see. 35th anniversary Ken
I'm seeing
Griffey.
some of them that are like
Did you type in Blue
I
Mojo?
typed in 2022 Top Series 1 Ken Griffey Jr. Blue 35th anniversary.
Uh-huh.
Um trying to Oh wait, hold on. This one was marked as Wait, no, that's just normal. I think actually this is Mojo. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, blue border SP. I just saw, so I got psyched out by that. But that's not
Yeah,
the
it's not
Mojo.
a big difference.
Because this is actually numbered. If you look on the back of it, it's numbered to 150.
So
So
I
this
mean, no one
is
might have even sold them yet, to be honest.
this is 126 of 150.
Uh,
Uh,
so I'm seeing every other blue Mojo that I see that isn't him sells for like upwards of like $30 and shit. To be honest, excuse my language. Uh,
why are they? Let's just type in blue numbered to one. I mean, I don't know. Why
I
is it
mean,
getting
well,
weirded
but it's
out by
only
the?
150 of them, so it's like,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like somebody had to have sold these, but let's check.
oh wait, hold on. This isn't. No, that's not Series One though. That's just tops 30. It's just Ken Griffey Jr. 2021 tops Chrome Blue Mojo
Yeah,
refractor.
the Topps
Yeah,
Chrome one, the Topps Chrome Blue Mojo, the one that sold for
yeah.
45 plus $5. Yeah, dang. How are you gonna establish a comps for this? I mean, I think it's kind of cool that we're doing this live because people are seeing how sometimes it's not that easy to find how much a card's
Yeah.
valued. Um, but what was that one for 36? What is that? Retro black. So that one's numbered to 199 and that one's $36. So this is numbered to
I'm honestly
150.
thinking like $30, man. $25 if you want to lowball it just to be safe.
Well, this one says numbered to 199 and it says it's $36
What's
bucks.
that
So
one
this
numbered
is
out of?
this is 150. So this is shorter print than that one. So
40?
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
40
let's say
bucks.
40.
Yeah, so let's say 40. All right, so we got our money's worth and more there because we were at 21 before that one, and now we're at 61.
So
And that one's going to be pretty easy to sell too, right? I'll be
yeah,
able to get my money back straight away. Some of these other ones, like saying these are worth 50 cents, maybe, but they're going to be hard to sell, you know. But that one, I can sell all these top loaded ones, all three of these Mojos pretty easy. I got pretty lucky though, because I think out of a whole hobby box, you only get like I think it's either three or four
so
mojos, like
you,
in that
I
silver
mean, so
sleeve, and I got three
overall
of them.
you've gained like what? Let's just like give it like a generous number, like or like a nice number. Say up $25 from 35. So like 20
Yeah,
25
I would say
bucks,
so.
yeah.
Yeah,
After your
yeah.
difficulties of haggling and stuff,
Yeah,
bidding wars.
let's throw that Ken Griffey right there in the middle
Yeah.
because that is
So as you can see, guys,
it's nice.
hobby boxes, it's cool because it's just again stuff that you can't really afford if it's like he said $150 box that someone's opening and you just get one team, you might get the hit of that team, without having to spend money on those boxes.
Yeah, and I mean that price difference that you saw between the Ken Griffeys and the Randy Johnsons, that tells you something. It tells you where the hobby is. The hobby values hitters, and that's what Ken Griffey was a hitter. They don't really care much about pitching at all. So
Yeah.
even though the big unit Randy Johnson is
And
huge, like
also, guys, this just a little quick thing to throw in here. I know we throw it in every episode. Any of the cards that you guys do see, like I know those three that Casey just pulled and put up on the little holders there, are pretty nice cards. So, you guys see anything that you want, just remember to hit us up in the comments or in the message chat, and we'll try to figure out a way to get that card to you. So,
all right, so that was the break. Again, we are up pretty big. We got probably $60 worth of cards out of that $35 break, so that's
yes,
pretty
sir.
cool. So this blaster has a lot of work to do if it wants to beat that. So let's open her up and see what we got. All right, got the blaster open. Let's see what these look like in here. All right, yep, empty box. There's the packs. So 7 14 card packs. I don't know where you get that. I mean, some of these packs are like significantly bigger than other ones. Like this top one has to be the one that has the relic. So
Yeah.
we'll save that for last. It's like way thicker than the other ones. All right. You're not really with blasters, but outside of that relic, you're not guaranteed like any short print cards really. But maybe you can get stuff. You can even pull autos from blasters. So
Imagine.
maybe we'll get
Pull an
lucky.
auto, what's his name on the Mike Trout? Oof.
Oh, yeah, a Wander auto out of this would be. I'd lose my mind. A Wander Franco. I'd lose my mind if we even get a Wander Franco card. So Jackson Reitz rookie. We'll just skip through all the base cards that aren't rookie. Louis
So,
Gill.
for
Base,
baseball
base, base.
cards though, like, because you said you wouldn't mind getting a Juan DeFranco, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Is when was he drafted, or when was he entered? And like, is his rookie card only valuable, or
Um.
in like baseball, do their cards hold value for like most?
Well, he would have rookie cards in here. This would be where
Oh,
his
this would be
rookies are.
okay.
Yeah, but baseball, it's kind of interesting with their whole prospecting thing, right? Because Wander, you can find prospect cards for Wander. I think all the way back to like 2019, like was when he was in the prospect leagues, and he was like
I was gonna
played
say,
all
I
of last
imagine
year as
his
a
like
rookie.
early prospect ones are probably
Yeah.
worth a lot of money.
Yeah, but you can get anything Wander right now. It's gonna be a lot. Silver Daniel Bard, and then the star of the MLB Buster Posey. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
As a Giants fan, that's actually really cool because he retired this year, so no more Buster Posey. But that's a cool little shout out to Buster. All right, next pack. I don't know if that card's worth anything, but if you're looking for something to look at, like star of MLB Buster
Yeah.
Posey,
So 2021
2022.
tops. This is
Uh,
series one too, right?
yeah, Josiah Gray rookie, Jake Arrieta, Adam Frazier, Liam Hendricks, Salvador
What was that
Perez,
guy's name?
Kyle Schwarber, Buster
Buster
Posey.
Posey.
Justin Turner, Dom Nunez. We got some pitching from the Brewers, Wheeler, Scherzer, and Burns. We got the Blue Jays, Trevor Story,
It sold for
Josh Reddick.
$1 yesterday.
Woo! Big
99
dog.
cents.
That's cool. Welcome to the show, Hank Aaron. May he rest in peace. That's a cool card. And then we got another stars of the MLB. We got an Aaron Judge. All right. That Hank Aaron is, I don't know. I don't know if it's valuable or not, but it's cool. I love Hank Aaron. I got a Hank Aaron book actually. Looks like you get one in stars of the MLB in every pack. That's what I'm seeing at the end here of everything
Yeah.
we open. We got Tommy Pham, Jesse Winker, Ty France, Matthew Boyd, Austin Meadows, Starling Marte, Jazz Chisholm, Sonny Gray. Keep moving. Tyler McGill. Is that one of those advanced stats? No, it's not. Walk off water, and then we got stars of the MLB, Jose Ramirez. For the Cleveland Guardians, Michael, new name. New name. Kind of interesting seeing that stuff in a pack. What?
I'm still just trying the water card. They just like ran out of ideas.
I know. When you're in the business of making cards, there's only, I feel like, so many things you can do. Like, oh, so you got a 35th anniversary Corbin Burns. That's not going to be worth anything. But that's cool. Those are one of the cards that you would like an example of what you could get from one of those packs where we got the mojos. This is what the base level that you get out of those packs would be.
Hey, that sold for $3
Hey,
yesterday.
hey, three taller
Dollar
hauler. All
75.
right.
There you go.
Hey, we're moving up in the world. We'll throw that on a
I was
stand. Yeah.
my search didn't count that quick, boy.
Then we got stars of the MLB. Chris Bryant. My friend Ryan is a Cubs fan. He is a sad boy because the Cubs don't have anything. Their best player, Chris Bryant, they traded to my team, the Giants. So, thank you. Riley Adams. Moving through, moving through. Not even a bother flipping them. Jake, that's for you. Christian Pache. That's a good rookie right there for the Braves. You got Curtis Terry, Tatis, Duval, and Alonso on a triple card. And you got Burns, Scherzer, and Bueller. So some pitchers on there. We got pick the game, call your shot to win home run challenge.
Way too
What?
much happened on that card.
Yeah. Adolis Garcia. Oh my god. Whoa. What the hell? There is something on here. Home run challenge. Adolis Garcia, Texas Rangers. Visit tops.com/promotions. Enter the code below. Register and choose the game date you think this player will hit a home run. If he does, you win a parallel card.
Huh.
Oh. Huh. Well, that's cool. All right. Have to do that. Then we got a Stars of the MLB Shohei Ohtani. Mikey, check in how much that is. Everybody loves
All right,
Shohei.
here
I
we go.
imagine it's nothing, but
MLB. Show how do you spell it?
Shohei.
Shohei Tani.
Yeah, Stars of the MLB. It's gonna be like $2. Ronnie Dawson, JD Martinez,
One
Sheet
sold
Segura.
for $5 in February, then one sold for 99 cents in 3 days
Yeah.
ago.
February what? Was it like the first day this thing
February
came out?
19th.
Like somebody yeah, it's pretty soon
Someone's
for when these
selling
came
a
out.
lot for
Jake
two of
Myers.
them for $3. Yeah, it's $2. Yeah, no.
Stuart Fairchild, Eduardo Escobar, Kevin Pillar. Oh, we're getting so much base. Emmanuel Rivera, a Yankees card, disgusting. Didi Gregorius, Future Stars Logan Gilbert. Moving on. They advanced in the National League game. Dodgers, also disgusting.
Shout out.
6 4 stars. What? 6 4 stars. Oh, yeah. Willie Adams and Colton Wong. So that's the positions they play, I believe. That's, I guess, cool. Whatever. And then the Stars of the MLB, Mookie. Shout out to Mookie.
What's this?
And then Mookie Betts. I love Mookie Betts. It's gonna be like $1.
You were spot on with that.
And then this is gonna have our relic card in there. Big ol', look at that. You see that in there, Mikey? That big ol' thick thing. Yeah. Can't say we're surprised by that. It's like 2 times as thick as the other packs. Gavin Sheets. You got Mike Trout base. Connor Wong. We really need this relic to come through. Or this competition ain't a competition. Competition might be over. All right. We're getting to it. There. All right. So how many cards we got left? You just got a couple. All right. So we got a Stars of the MLB Joey Gallo on the back. We got one of the 35th anniversaries, Akil Badu.
I'll look that up. Hold on. Stand by.
Standing by. Standing by.
Like $1.50.
Dang, big money. Okay, and then from the Milwaukee Brewers. Oh, that's Christian Yelich right there. Commemorative jersey, numbered medallion. Whoa,
that's pretty
of
cool.
Christian Yelich. That's pretty
All right,
sick.
so MLB, what's it? Christian Yelich. What should I ever for this?
Number medallion, I guess. I mean, did he like touch this or something? Like, what is the jersey number medallion on the front of this card was specially created for 2022 Baseball Series 1. So it has he didn't even touch this car or thing. Okay, all right. Well,
One sold. One sold.
Am I going to be sad at this number, Michael?
One sold on February 23rd for $2.50. This one sold yesterday for 99 cents.
Really? Oh my god. That's terrible. I don't even have a sleeve to put this thing in. It's so thick.
It's not like it's worth anything.
Uh, yeah, not like it's worth being sleeved. Well, all right. Oh wait, sorry. We're supposed to be like the other breakers. Bang!
Dang, that was such
Uh,
a big hit. That saved the entire pool on that blaster, guys.
So, Mikey said that Corbin Burns $3. Mikey said the Akil Badu 1.5, and he said the rest of this stuff is like $1 a
Yeah.
pop. And this Christian Yelich patch is, but that's why, like, there's no like, if this were an actual jersey number or something, it would be worth something. But it's like nothing, no connection to him
Yeah.
whatsoever. I mean, in fact, the only thing that I think that we got any chance of getting some money from is if I pick the right day on this home run challenge card.
Yeah. So I think it's yeah, I think it's pretty obvious which one won the value battle in this
I
video.
mean, I can tell you guys that outside of these videos, I open very few actual packs. I just buy into breaks because I think the higher end stuff, even though it's a gamble, like getting some of the higher end stuff like that Ken Griffey is just like, it works. It's cool.
Yep. You're relying on one hit rather than getting like 5 to 10 hits.
And like people will be like, yeah, but you don't get the floor of all the rookies that you get. Yeah, we got a pretty fat stack of rookies from that blaster box, but moving those things are like impossible. Like nobody on eBay is gonna want to buy a card that's $1, like, 'cause it's a big old hassle, and shipping it on your end is a hassle too. So I don't know. I prefer the fewer cards, but the higher end cards. That's why I buy into breaks a lot. And this only supported that a lot, but
All right, guys, and that one was it for the things that we're going to open today. Again, number one that we opened was the hobby box that Casey got on eBay of 3 random teams for, I believe he paid $35. Correct me if I'm wrong, Casey.
yep, 30,
35
35
bucks,
right
and
there.
I think that one was just a lot more exciting to pull because you're pulling from higher end boxes, albeit you have a less chance of getting a random popped off card, obviously. And I think we made what off of the hobby box? I think you made about
Made like
55
25.
total.
Well,
So
we paid
yeah.
35. We got like 60 out of it
Okay, so we'll say
probably.
25 off
So,
of that, and then we go to the number two thing that we opened, which was the Series 1 again, but it was the Blaster box, and that was $34, I believe.
yeah, and we took a pretty fat L on
Probably
that
like
one.
what with like the stuff that you're gonna even want to deal with, maybe like 7, 10 bucks. Like, is that
Yeah,
accurate?
so yeah, I would say $10, yeah.
So I think the value battle was pretty clear here. Obviously, you can get lucky if you buy the blaster, a little more lucky than Casey did. Um, but of course, it's still going to be a gamble, and I would have to say that the gamble I'd rather spend on is going to be content out of a higher end box out of a break. So I'm going to go with the break on this one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Definitely the break. It's what I go with
yeah,
all the time. I go with the
that is
breaks.
true. I can vouch for that. And remember, guys, any cards you saw, let us know, and we will try to get those to you. We went over the news for the NFL, Deshaun Watson, and the Calvin Ridley getting suspended for little or at least a year. Casey went over his top 5 NBA picks and why he thinks each of them and who's doing the best. And then
Yep, shout out to
shout out to
Jaw.
John. And then he went over to his MLB lockout news. We heard the new imposed rules of the no more major shifting, a little bit bigger plates, and an actual pitching clock,
Pitch clock.
which will
Yeah.
hopefully speed up the games. That would be, I think that's obviously probably the main point of it, to be honest. So, but yeah, guys, if you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified when we go live. You can chat with us, we'll reply to you, give us your opinion. And like always, guys, we appreciate it, and we will see you next week.
Peace.